What's going on, guys? Bob Busker here at ThinkComputers, and today we're taking a look at Be Quiet's latest power supply. It is their Dark Power Pro 11. So let's go ahead and take a look. The Dark Power Pro 11 comes in a really nice retail box, and I really like Be Quiet's packaging because it always has a ton of information on it. So on the front we have a picture of the unit, and it lets us know this is the 850 watt version. Now Be Quiet will be offering the Dark Power Pro 11 in 550, 650, 750, 850, which we have here, 1000 and 1200 watt units. So you'll have a bunch of different sizes to choose from depending on your system. If we move over to the back, there is a lot of information, and one thing I really like to see, which we have right here, is the cable length. So it actually shows you the cables that you're going to get and the length of the cable. This is very important because when you have certain restrictions or you're working with a larger case or something like that, you might want to know the length of the cable so you know it's going to reach. So you have all of that right here. They also on the back give you a full overview of the size of the unit too. Again, working with certain cases, you might have restrictions on the size of your power supply. So you have all that. Ton of information on both sides over here as well. But I know you guys just want me to get inside and check it out, so let's do that. I'm trying to get this open here. Let's see. There we go. And as you can see here, everything inside is really nice. It says Be Quiet Dark Power Pro. Of course, we have our user's guide right here, and we'll take everything out. Power supply, of course, is nicely protected. And this box looks to be our accessories. I'm gonna pull all of those out, and those also include all of the modular cables. So we don't have a bag or anything like that for modular cables. They actually come in this box. So some people may like that, some may not, but that's how Be Quiet is doing it with this unit. We'll move this out of the way, and we'll take a look at everything. So first, we'll take a look at all of our accessories and all of that first. So we have all of our modular cables. This is 100%, or not 100%, our power supply, or our power cable, our ATX 24 pin is connected to the power supply. Everything else is modular. So we have a bunch of modular cables here. I'm not gonna go over every cable, but what you do have is they are fully sleeved and everything like that. A lot of times, a lot of companies use the flat cable system, which is great, which a lot of people do like, but some people do prefer the sleeve cables. So with this power supply, you have all your cables being sleeved here. Of course, we have our power cable, and it's very thick. One thing when it comes to power components, the heavier and the thicker, the better. So we have a very thick power cable. We have our overclocking button. So what this is, it's a little bracket here, and this will go ahead and you can actually plug it in to an extra slot on the back of your case. And this is the overclocking button, or overclocking key. And what this does is it's a kind of a switch that goes between quad 12 rail mode and independent or single 12 volt rail mode. So you can actually change that with this. So that's kind of nice that you have that. And then we also have some fan connectors. So we have the ability to connect, it looks like up to 4 fans to the power supply itself. So you can have them going directly into the power supply. As you can see, we have a bunch of cable ties. We have our screws to, of course, mount it. And then we have these really, really nice Be Quiet Velcro ties. So these actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 of these, and you can see they pull off. They are Velcro. Very, very nice. These will allow you to obviously organize all your cables, get them rounded up, and keep them nice. Of course, having really nice cable routing, all of that obviously helps with airflow and all of that. So it's nice that they have all of this stuff included. So we'll go ahead and get all of the accessories and all of that out of the way. If I didn't mention, this power supply is 80 plus platinum certified, so that's up to 94% efficiency. So taking a look at the unit itself, very nice unit, very heavy duty unit. Taking a look at the top, we have our input-output graph. That's typical on most power supplies. On the sides here, which I guess I'll do it this side, it does say Dark Power Pro 11, and I think it does have the 80 plus platinum on there. It lets us know the wattage, which for our unit is 850 watt. And again, that's on both sides. So no matter which way you have this in your system, if you have a window, you're going to be able to see that logo and let everybody know that you're using a Be Quiet Dark Power supply. Here is our back, and we just simply have our power connection and power button. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that there are rubber grommets on both sides of the power supply. So you have rubber here, and you actually have rubber around this side as well, around the entire housing. So what that does is it cuts down on vibration. So it's going to actually make the power supply run much more quiet. Which is great. You know, this is from Be Quiet, and all of their products are known to be quiet, so this definitely helps out with keeping the power supply nice and quiet, especially when you're running it at full load. And then on to the bottom here, we have our fan, and this is a Silent Wings 3 fan. It's a 135 millimeter fan, and you can see we have that very nice fan grill that goes across the fan, of course, to keep it, you're from hitting anything or getting any cables in there, or your hands or anything like that. And then at the front, we have all of our modular connections, and those are all labeled here, and you can see where your fans go in over here, as well as the overclocking key and all of that. So a very nice, very well done power supply. The power cable itself is sleeved completely into the unit, which is great, and it has the rubber around the connection. Kind of hard to see in the video, but you have the rubber around the connection as well. So that means that as you move this around, it's not gonna rip or tear or anything like that. So really well done power supply. We're gonna be doing a full test on this power supply, so make sure you stay tuned for our full written review. Until next time, catch you guys later.